Yo, what's poppin', guys? Sizzle here. Welcome back to another episode of How's the HUD? And in this episode, we're going to be covering the most popular TF2 HUD of all time. Like, no matter what website you look at, it's the most downloaded. And that's budhud. You can even see it says when it was last updated at the top here. It's infamously loved. It's infamously used by a lot of people. Don't really remember any names off the top of my head, but I know there's a lot. And yeah, let's get into it. So first off, main menu. Some things I like. The raw simplicity of it is kind of nice. I don't like how it's like not TF2 like, if that makes sense though. Like, this is like the most like sterile main menu you could possibly have, which is a good thing for some people, but for me personally, when I'm playing Team Fortress 2, I like seeing the Team Fortress 2 styling, the Team Fortress 2 menu. So for me, this is a pretty net negative. As far as the design of it, though, it's really nice and really simple. Right? We have like the chat thing up here, super clean, super pristine. Obviously, the friends list down there, the matchmaking stats. We have our XP bar going across the bottom here, and then the medal just standing dead center, which is pretty interesting. All things being said, we have demo UIA and replays active right away. Training mode, console, you know, but everything that you like will probably never use, but just in case you need to use it, just available right there. Stuff you actually use, the options, advanced option, the toggle, whatever you want to toggle, obviously available right there. Got the store button, and the store is like slightly altered to fit the HUD, which is like super grayscale, super I don't even know how to say it, like sleek. Like, I want to say corporate, but that's also not right. It's just super sleek. Let's see the backpack. Stock backpack thing for the most part. Stock backpack completely here, I think. No, the colors are definitely different on this. I thought for a second it was, but the maybe it's the improved skin quality or whatever, because I did click this button pre-recording out of curiosity. But yeah, we got like paint icons here. We have like a little dot for, I guess, just being an unusual. Like, is that just... Yeah, every unusual's got a dot on it, every haunted thing's got a little ghost on it. Or is that every haunted thing, or just... No, it's anything Halloween based as a ghost on it. It's like little neat details. But the inventory looks a little nicer, obviously because of the higher quality models and all that. I feel like every item's a little bit more distinct, but they still blend together pretty easily. It's not very vibrant. This HUD's not built to be vibrant. As such, the backpack's not very vibrant. The, like, whole character selecting thing is pretty standard. Lets you go up and down, which is a custom HUD feature, not available in stock TF2, but other than that, they didn't really do anything crazy here. And I think that's kind of most of what there's to cover for the menu, except for this. Now, this I didn't know about. This is not something I knew by just looking at the thing. I like how this HUD goes above and beyond. They have like everything stylized exactly like what HUD wanted. It's a still update to this day, which is crazy, in August 2024. That's literally last month, like 5 days ago. But yeah, this is sexy. They even have a quick play button for master config. And for those who don't know, quick play is how TF2 used to work. We would put you in a random community server that is like stock TF2. So it's cool having that available just outright. And this is super sexy. I kind of wish more HUDs did stuff like this. I like, obviously this removed all the icons from the hill and stuff, and I personally don't like that. But the consistency with this HUD is insane, and I do really like the simplicity when it comes to selecting here. And then like the fact that the maps don't instantly show up. You just disable or enable the mode, and then... I mean, that's in the base game, but the way it's handled here, like UI-wise, is great. But yeah, let's go hop into a game, see what the loading screen's like. We got like a little custom animation when you're queued for casual as well. Like, this HUD, if nothing else, is a very high effort. We got a grayscaled performance report, performance stats. That's pretty neat. Unfortunately, no associated artwork or whatever with the map. It's just Badwater base and payload, like completely black. Got the transparent screen going in. And then this, the in-game stuff. We got a very nice, mostly transparent, I mean, the whole thing with this HUD is just super clean. Got a super clean character selector. shows off all, you know, the models just front and center, but mostly keeps your eyes on the game in the background. Right? Very, very just straightforward. The cleaver meter, dead center. We have nothing special when it comes to the health and ammo. Right? It's as simple and concise as it has to be. Where I just see the 125. There's no special icons or anything. When I look at my teammate, there's no, there's just a bar for health, which is much easier to digest quickly. And I don't have to, like, try and guess, is that 3/4 of the plus sign? Is that 2/3 of the plus sign? Like, how much health does this guy have? I just see their health number, and I see a bar to go with it, which makes it easy to digest. Speaking of which, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll notice that little green health bar under every person on your team. When you damage yourself, that bar goes down, and that's something that's notable to this HUD. It's available in most HUDs that you can see your teammates' health like this, but the bars make it so simple that it's really, really nice to have. You can even see overheal. You can see that sniper got overhealed, he went to the white health. It's really, really, really clean. That's the main thing with this HUD. It is super clean, if nothing else. They take all the unnecessary stuff and push it out of the way, but also keep it very small so it doesn't take up a lot of space. Right? The chat up here in the top left is really small, really far out of the way. The kill streak thing's all the way in the bottom right. Like, you'll see it if you want to find it, but your eyes won't naturally look at it. Character model as well in the bottom left, just almost like hidden. The stylized payload icon on the bottom is super, super neat. Yeah, I mean, they just did a great job stylizing things. The basic pause screen is seemingly all the same. They do have that back to game button though, which is pretty neat. I wonder if that's in stock TF2 and I just never used it before. But yeah, there's not too much more to talk about when it comes to these HUDs, other than kind of my thoughts now on everything, now that I've kind of talked about what there is and shown it off a little. Let me kind of give my thoughts. My thoughts are, it is super, like, minimalist. I feel like if you like minimalist TF2, this is some of the best you'll get. But I personally, I enjoy minimalist, right? I used HUD for a long time. I like what they did in the bottom of the screen here, like, in-game. I also like what they did with the bars at the top, but I personally don't like what they did with the main menu. I don't really personally like the layout of all the buttons and all that. I don't like the fact that on the main menu there's no, like, TF2 related background or anything. Like, the lack of kind of personality is a plus for many people, but I'm just not one of the people that enjoys stuff like that. So for me, that's a net negative. But the simplicity is definitely really nice. I like a lot of the stuff that this simplifies is really nice to have simplified. So, like, the main thing that I'm noticing literally every 5 seconds is the health bars that are actually bars. Super, super nice to have. What's this gonna do? No. But, like, when I look at the top, I see Pyro in yellow, I see Scout overhealed, Medic dead. Like, on any other HUD, that information's not as instant. The yellow on the health bar shows, like, kind of half-ish health, and I'm assuming they have a red for when you're particularly low. It's just so easily digestible and, like, quick. I mean, there's a reason this is one of the most used HUDs, especially by more competitive players. Because having this instant information, also when I look at teammates and I can see 65 and I see red, or I see 150 and I see a full health bar, right? Stuff like that's so nice, right? Even the medic healing me, I just see his health bar. I saw him, his health bar was blue because he was overhealed by the other medic. Now his health bar is, that time when the medic healed me, it was white and at 100. And it's missing some of, like, the box, but instead of going horizontally, like in terms of how it fills up, you'll notice the medic one, it goes vertically there. It's super, super, super clean. Like, I love all the elements that they did with that, and I think in-game, this is some of the best HUD design I've seen. I love this raw simplicity of it. It is super, super useful to have. Like, it's not going to instantly make you a better player or anything, but if you are a good player, it's gonna like, make the micro type of difference, I feel. Like, if I have to guess if my, I look at my medic and I know what his health is. I have a medic healing me, I know how much health he has instantly. I don't even have to read the number most of the time. Having just, like, these subtle things like the bars and stuff that are also incredibly simple, because a lot of HUDs overdo it. They make some like super complex, like crazy cool looking, but super complex stuff, and it makes the readability really hard. And what budhud has definitely done better than pretty much any other HUD I've used is the readability. I mean, even in Spectate, you just get the health and the player name. That's it. And then the inspect on the right is like stock TF2, but stylized for budhud. And also props them for that. Everything, I haven't noticed anything in this HUD that like is buggy or seems like out of place or anything like that. Like, it is pristine. It's pristine. When it comes to just raw simplicity in a HUD, it's pretty pristine. I kind of don't like the like I mentioned before, I don't like the menus. I don't like what they did with that. But everything else about this HUD is so great. And I personally like a little bit more. I also just realized when you're on lower health, you get a glowing little health bar icon behind your health, which is pretty cool. The numbers themselves don't glow like they did in Middleman HUD, but there's now a glowing little plus sign behind, which is a little bit less obnoxious. I actually like it more obnoxious, but you see like right here, you can see red 39 the NG. I look at the top of my screen, that NG is like 2 health, the heavy is like half health. Like having that information instantly available and like super readable is nice. If nothing else, in whatever HUD I end up using in the future, I'm gonna probably mod in these health bars at the top, because that is so damn nice. I don't think budhud's gonna be my personal pick for HUD going forward or anything like that, but I love a lot of the elements of it, and I think I'm gonna definitely incorporate them into whatever HUD I end up using. Because for those of you who didn't know, it is pretty reasonably easy-ish to like mix and match HUDs. It's not that hard. I've done a little bit of it myself. You generally just have to find what is in what file. A lot of the time, every one of these HUDs has like their own Discord server, and you can just ask the guy who makes it directly, and he'll like tell you in 2 seconds. Not saying you should go do that, and I'm sure if everyone did that, they get annoyed by the amount of messages, especially with the popularity of is it budhud? Yeah. Especially with the popularity of budhud, I feel like that would be really annoying for him, but you know, I love a lot of what this HUD has to offer. Whoever makes this, made this, whatever, I don't know if there's been a continuous set of, you know, a team, if there's just one guy who's been working on it the whole time, if there's one guy who started working on it and then someone else who took over. But whoever worked on this, fucking props to you, man. You have a vision, and you stuck to it. And it shows. But this medic is insane. I don't know if I guess I haven't talked about what's happening in-game until just now, but I've noticed this medic getting some like nasty crossbows on me, and like generally just keeping me on health, despite me like not doing anything or positioning to help them out. Because generally I try to position to help medics out to make it so they can, you know, have an easier time healing me. But I haven't been bothering with that this game. I've just been just kind of moving around as I please. Yeah, even when you die, the very simple 6 health with a little health bar, like it's simple, it's sleek, it works. The kill feed and the chat are all kind of out of the way. I love that. I like, unironically, whatever HUD I end up with, I'm probably gonna move the chat up to the top like this. I'm probably gonna incorporate the top bit with the little health bars on my teammates, because that's super nice. And like, that's mainly it. Those are like the big things that I really like this HUD does, but a lot of other HUDs do stuff like the other stuff I'm describing. Like when I look at somebody and I see like a little health bar similar to one at the top, like having that is super nice. No matter how stylized you want to make your thing, having something at least equivalent to that in readability is great. Yeah, with that being said, this is going to be my last life, because I kind of have been talking about this for a while. Just look at the recording time, it's at 14 minutes. And yeah, there's not too much really more to say. I feel like I've talked about everything I like and dislike about this pack to death. But overall, I'm definitely going to have to give this pack a 5 out of 5. Like I said, I personally don't think I want to use it. Like, it's not the type of HUD that I personally like to use. But if you're like a really competitive player or really like minimalist type HUDs, this is a perfect fit. It's a definitive 5 out of 5. Very high effort, very well done, super sleek, super fucking clean. Almost too clean, which is why I personally don't like it that much. But yeah. With that being said, hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Okay, I just realized on the way out, like, I forgot to show off the engineer HUD. I'm supposed to do that in all these. Engineer HUD's just as slick and, like, well placed and designed as everything else on this HUD. There's not really much to talk about in regards to that. The medic stuff as well. Very simple, very sleek. Yeah. Unironically, that's the end of it. Unironically, that's the end of it. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day.